lit. Everybody get lit right now. Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.
Hey y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. As usual, I have my drink. Thank y'all for tuning in to Swap Radio. I am Monica. And today I have Tony with me somewhere over there. He likes to come in early. So, Tony, you want to introduce yourself, baby?
I'm here. I have muted my mic. But this Tony Berger.
Go ahead, keep going.
Huh?
Go ahead, keep going.
I've said you can find me as Tony Berger on all social media platforms.
Tony be wanting to get that out the way, y'all. He don't let me get to run down anything. He just want to get that out the way. We thank you for being here every week, Tony. We definitely appreciate you, okay?
Yes, right, ma'am. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, anyway, I'm going to give out the following information. Then I'm going to ask him how his weekend was. I want him to keep his mic muted because y'all know he's working. Well, if you've been watching, you know he's working and that truck is loud. So, you can follow me, Monica, at Monica WLS and the number 2 on TikTok, Instagram. I do have a few people waiting. So listen, you guys, my TikTok is wide open. Any and everybody can follow whatever. I think it's a follow. I definitely follow back. So you follow me on there. I follow back. Instagram, I need a message or something so that I know that you watch the show and you're trying to follow me because I be getting crazy people, scammers, and all kind of stuff on that page. So I would rather you send me a message and I'm like, okay, all right. So you one of my supporters, I'll accept the follow and then I'll follow you back. Just that easy. You can follow the radio show, Swap Radio, on all social media platforms, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Did I say TikTok twice? Twitter. That's all of them. That is just all of them. So with that being said, I do have a quote about life because life is short. Some people feel like they have forever, and you do not have forever. I'm not sure if I spoke about it on here, but one of my coworkers passed away recently, and he was young, 30. I had posted about it on my Facebook, and I had some ignorant people asking what happened to him. Basically, none of your business. He wasn't murdered or anything, so none of your business. But of course, keep his family in your prayers. He was young, like I said, he was 30 with 2 small children and a wife. So I think I have him. I have his obituary right here. So I'm going to dedicate this episode to Ryan Henry. Awesome young man. Respectful, even when I dragged Tom Brady, y'all. At first, he wasn't saying he was a Patriots fan. And when Brady left, he left. So I said, look, at the end of the day, you're not a Patriots fan. You're a Brady fan. He was like, you know what, Miss Monica, you're right. So, yes, he was not a Patriots fan. He was a Brady fan. However, sir, just continue to rest in peace. No more pain, no more suffering. You good. Now, I'm trying to fight through this dog that is on my foot. Y'all see them periodically. I have no idea what she's doing. However, let me get to our quote of the day. If you do not like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Y'all get it? Let me say it one more time. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Self-explanatory. Tony, are you with me for?
I'm listening. I'm here.
No, I'm just trying to get it's time to see how your week has been. We started the end of the week, so I want to I get back into that. How was your weekend? How was your week been?
Oh, my weekend was beautiful. I spent it with my dad. We went up, see my aunt. She had her 80th birthday party. And when I say my dad, I'm talking about my biological dad, the one I'm named behind. Um, and yeah, we went to New Jersey and 80th birthday party, and it was beautiful. I took my girls with me, and they turned that lady 80th birthday party into a pool party. My girls get in a pool wherever they find one at.
Oh my. I didn't see the kids. I mean, you didn't post a lot either, but I did
No,
see a little video.
when I was standing by the pool, they was in the pool.
Oh yeah, I
That,
didn't.
yeah, but you're right. I didn't post a lot. It was a lot dealing with my dad. He's one of them drinking guys, and once he get drunk, and he's just off the hook. So it was a whole episode dealing with him just alone. He drank the whole way up and the whole way back, and before he got in my car, and after he got out.
Oh wow.
So if everybody that know him know that man will drink anyone over the moon and under the water.
I don't think my father did that much drinking, but this weekend we had a cookout for my daughter, celebrating her graduating from high school, and my brothers do it every time. They act like they don't know. Oh, I didn't know Mo was drinking that much. Oh, I didn't give Mo that. My father was nice. Okay, he was nice, and he gonna say, "I'm not drunk." I didn't say that. I said you are nice. Like slow down. We're throwing them back. And then they had their little mixed drinks, and I keep drinking this. This like I'm not even gonna say what's in there. It don't get you right away. It sneak up on you. But I'm not even gonna complain about it because it's good. Not even gonna tell you how long I had that. That's how much of a drink I am. Somebody else that would have been gone. But this is from the gallon that I had for my birthday. And here we are at the end of June. And which I say the end of June. Let me shout out my baby. Happy birthday to Jamie. Today is her birthday. I would say Renee is not on here because it's Jamie's birthday, but that's not why she's not on here. We'll get into that later. Yeah, we'll get into that later. We're just gonna jump into this topic because there's so many things going on. I mean, which way with this? What's her name? CARLISHA Hood and her son.
I'm so hood.
I already said that.
Oh, I was just repeating it.
Oh. So, okay, no more laughing. So there was an incident. CARLISHA Hood and her son pulled up to a carryout. They were there to get food, like everybody else, right? There to get food. There's been so many different things said, like either the man tried to holler at somebody, I don't know who, because one minute they said it was her daughter, then yeah, I don't even know what the initial argument started over. I could not find that anywhere. However, words were exchanged. She told her son to go get in the car. Jeremy Brown, which is the guy that ultimately died, I don't know what he thought she said, but clearly she told her son, go get in the car. She didn't say, go get my gun. She said, go get in the car. He did that. But while he was, what's his name? Jeremy Brown, he's standing there saying, do what? Go do what? We do have video footage, so you'll be able to see that. But his whole reaction to that was a bit too much. It was entirely too much. We'll watch the video first before I go any further, because a lot of things that are going to be said relates to the video, and I want to make sure everyone has seen it. Which the only way you couldn't have seen it is if you were under a rock. So, with that being said, we're going to watch the clips now.
Terrell, attorneys for CARLISHA Hood say she will publicly speak for the first time later on this morning at a news conference. It's also when her attorneys plan to present a lawsuit. It comes after the Cook County State's attorney dropped all criminal charges against her and her 14-year-old son. The charges stemming from an incident at a hot dog stand on June 18th on the southwest side. Police say Hood, seen here in the pink dress, was arguing with a man in line. That's when police say her 14-year-old son came in. We have blurred his face since he is a minor and is no longer charged with any crime. As he's watching from the doorway, police and witnesses say the man arguing with his mother, who has been identified as 32-year-old Jeremy Brown, repeatedly punches Hood in the head. The attack was captured on this cell phone video, which went viral after it was shared by a local activist. We froze the video, though, before the impact of the punch. Police say Hood's 14-year-old son shot Brown repeatedly as he was hitting his mother, shooting him in the back. Authorities say Brown ran out and Hood did too. The son still shooting. Brown died. Then Hood and her son were later charged with first-degree murder. But yesterday, the Cook County State's attorney dropped all charges, saying in a statement that based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we were unable to meet our burden.
What this leaked video did was it really flipped the prosecutor's view of the case. Before seeing this, they clearly were of the view that the defendant was the aggressor. Now they are of the view that the person they had formerly seen as the victim was the aggressor.
Hood's attorneys say she has always been the victim and that the wrongful charges have caused great harm to her and her family's reputation. So a lawsuit will be filed today. That news conference is scheduled to happen at 9 o'clock this morning in the Bronzeville neighborhood, where, again, she will speak.
Tony, what are your thoughts, real quick?
Say that again.
What are your thoughts, real quick, on this situation?
I'm 50-50 on it. I mean, I get the assault and the shooting them in the beginning, but I'm always taught once the person start running away, that's the end. It's no longer a threat. So if he continued to shoot him allegedly, as they all say, as he ran away, then they should still be charged with murder.
So how do you know where he's running to? You don't know him. He could be running to his car. You don't know him.
I don't know. That's why I said if he's running away, you're taught to neutralize the threat. And when neutralizing the threat, you shoot until the threat is no longer a threat. Well, if that person has turned their back to you and started running, they're no longer a threat. They're getting away. You can't shoot him just because he's running to the car.
To possibly get a gun.
You cannot shoot him while he's running away. Now, if he emerges from the car with a gun, then you can engage him a second time, yes. But as he's running away from you while you're shooting him, you cannot keep shooting him. That scenario is played out in the course that you have to take.
No shit.
Well, the laws are different from state to state.
Hold on a second. Right here in Maryland, didn't that police shoot that boy in the back?
I said the laws are different from state to state, and police laws and civilian laws are totally different. I'm not opposed to her being not charged or whatever the case may be. My thoughts and my feelings on the situation. And, that's my opinion, as we always say. And I'm not opposed to her not being charged, but I'm just 50-50 on the facts of the case that it's been presented to us based on what people are saying that he turned and was running away. That's all I'm basing my opinion on, is the fact that they say he turned and was running away.
Okay, well, that grandmother that he swore on, I wouldn't say he talking to her, but he ain't talking to her. He's busting hell wide open. He beat his baby mother up 2 days before, and she was in ICU. So he got everything he deserved. The son at 14 years old, you beating on my mother, I'm gonna make sure I put you down. I agree with the charges being dropped. I don't have no issue with him taking shots at him after he was running away, because I don't know where he's running to. Is he running to get a gun to shoot back at me? Are we gonna have enough time to get away? That is something that we don't know. That is just something that we don't know. I definitely agree with the charges being dropped. I don't agree with her deciding that she's going to sue, because people will say, "Oh, you think because they dropped the charges, she should just gracefully walk away?" Yes, they arrested her while they further investigated, and once they realized, like, you know what, we can't. There's no way we can prove this, so they dropped the charges. Let it be. Get your son out of Chicago, because you don't know if he was a part of a gang. You don't know who his family members are. Somebody can stand next to you or your son and blow your brains out, because you don't know who nobody is. You don't know who, even though he was doing wrong, you don't know who's connected to him and who loves him that much that they would take your life for taking his life. That's all I'm saying.
And then the double back on that, on one of the things you said, I agree. Gracefully bow out. Like, it was rumored somewhere, I read, and like I said, it's rumored that the feds are looking into the charges being dropped and whatever the case may be. Don't know what for, but I can tell you this much. You won't know they're investigating until they come get you. And when you start poking the hornet's nest, you start waking people up. Don't go poking the hornet's nest. You just got away with alleged murder. Walk away. What harm came from you getting locked up for 24 hours or 48 hours?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. We have one more clip to show.
A day after Cook County prosecutors dropped murder charges against a Chicago mother and her teenage son, that family is now suing the city.
They say the charges caused them great harm after they were in jail and in juvenile detention for 5 days. CBS 2's Asal Rasai was at the news conference where CARLISHA Hood talked about her pain.
The mother in this case, CARLISHA Hood, just released from jail yesterday afternoon, understandably emotional at the news conference here this morning. She broke down as she talked about what her life has been like since the shooting inside the Pullman restaurant. Her attorneys saying the attack was unprovoked, and Hood is the victim in this case. They've filed a 4-count complaint against the city of Chicago and the officers involved. It includes malicious prosecution, false arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
My life changed. My son's life changed. I've experienced pain in many ways that I would never have thought. Never. What happened to me was totally unnecessary.
The family asking for space to heal as the case plays out in court. They say additional lawsuits could be coming in the future. I'm reporting in Bronzeville, Asal Razai, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, I think additional lawsuits are coming. The family for the wrongful death. That's like, listen, she just needs to leave, in my opinion, she needs to leave well enough alone. You got off with no charge. Your son got off. Had she had the gun, because, apparently she had her stuff in order she could carry, but that didn't cover your son too. So, I mean, like, at some point, let's take the good with the bad and move on, honestly. I don't know, but it's like they cause, some of the pain is associated with how the reaction of what happened. Again, I agree with it. Yes, son, take up for your mother. Shoot, I don't know. I might have unloaded the clip. He might not have been able to run out the store if it was me with the gun. I mean, I don't know. But as far as suing them for taking action quick, it's wild to me. It is wild. It is really wild. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that pickles my brain too, because their job is to arrest and charge you, the person, the alleged suspect, which she was alleged to be the suspect. If that video footage don't come to fruition, she's in jail for murder, because the evidence will support murder by him being shot in the back.
So wait a minute, Diamond K, the comment that you have on the screen, that was found to be a lie. The people in the store lied, and saying that she told her son to do that. Just like the text messages that they alleged she was sending to her son, there's no proof of that. When we look at the video, we can see that she was not texting. She was talking and, like holding her hand, and the guy was doing all the extra stuff with the say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. And Lord knows, you're not supposed to talk about the dead, but that man said, say one more thing and I'm gonna knock you out. And do y'all realize this little pussy ass ain't knock her out? He hit her, he didn't knock her out. He was real quick and eager to hit a woman. That's sad. And then, it's like so much going on. Too many GoFundMes. I'm not sure if I saw it on Facebook or Instagram. In any event, I saw where his family is asking, can we help Jeremy Brown? Apparently, it has since been taken down, because I went to look before the show started to see how much money it had raised. And I can't find it. Unless one of y'all can go search real quick. I don't know. But I didn't see it. However, the real comment says, so Mr. Tough Guy doesn't have insurance. May his relatives sell ass to pay for a carton and a hole to deposit is nothing as sin. Sounds just like the cussing pastor, don't it? Like, sounds just like something he would say. But again, he still has family that care for him. He has children. So I really didn't expect to go find me though. However, mom has a GoFundMe. She wants to go find me for money and all this other stuff. Anything that they need assistance relocating. She said they needed to relocate and everything. So I don't know. I hope she has enough support to be able to do so. I won't be donating to anything as it relates to either of them. I need all my coins. Right? Yeah. Tony, how you feel about these GoFundMes? Are you donating or not?
I'm not donating to that. Every time something happens, everybody put up a GoFundMe for what? I ain't giving nobody no money. I'm financially embarrassed. I'm struggling myself.
No, you ain't. How you struggling?
Man, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I feel like you're such a liar.
I better stop lying though.
I wish you would.
But I'm not giving them no money, because you think of it, they put up these GoFundMes and within a couple of days they have thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people hit millions of dollars. And then for what? You didn't give them people $150,000, $200,000, not one person. I'm just saying they collected it, and you ain't even got that. And if you put up a GoFundMe, ain't no motherfucker bike gonna ride for you like that.
Hey, listen, Even though I don't like her, don't like her funky attitude she has towards Cardi and other female rappers, I'm gonna still take a moment to give a shout out to Nicki Minaj, fake ass. She offered to pay tuition for CARLISHA Hood's 14-year-old son. See how long he got to go to college? Later on, she's gonna forget because she's going to use that money to defend her husband or defend the homeowners association from trying to put her out the neighborhood because her husband is a sex offender.
I'm so hood.
Diamond K don't like when you talk about his boo. You can get her off the screen now. We good. We done talking about her. Thank you. You know that's his boo, right?
Yeah, I know.
Got her on the screen. You need to be talking about how Miss Petty and Mr. Petty gonna find somewhere else to live. Because them people try to get them up out of there.
They gonna win too.
They don't want that sex offender in their neighborhood.
You know, they gonna win too because they ain't the only one in that neighborhood with money.
Yeah, they all got money.
Yeah, and they ain't the right color, so they ain't gonna win.
Oh my God.
It's the facts of the facts.
Well, listen, not to really change the topic. I mean, there's nothing else we can really cover on that. But do you see how they took the affirmative action away?
Yo, you was reading my mind because I was just about to allude to that. I swear I was.
You said they wasn't the same color, and I was like, let me go ahead and throw that in there.
Yep.
So what do that mean? That they're not gonna are they gonna not ask for your race?
Basically, you can't. My interpretation of it, and we can ask Professor Diamond K to come in and elaborate a little bit. But yeah, my interpretation of it is that you cannot ask for color for education anymore, and you cannot go to a school specifically based on because you're black or white or whatever. That's my interpretation of it.
I don't know. Because
they saying that it's illegal.
What they gonna do with the HBCU?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. They saying it's illegal to ask about race on an application for education. But what about fucking jobs? Because jobs ask about your race.
They do. They even be wanting to know your relationship status. I'll be like, what?
None of your fucking business. That's what I put. NOYB. My superintendent asked me one time on a promotion application, what do NOYB mean? I said, none of your business. He said, you really think you're going to get this promotion with that on there? I said, yeah.
Maybe Diamond K can't add nothing to that. He wants us to say something about Cardi B. I'm glad where's the petition at so I can sign it? Diamond K, can you post the link? I want to sign this petition.
Why would you want to do a thing like that?
Oh, you come on when she say something about Nicki Minaj, but you won't come on and put your 2 cents in about this affirmative action.
Yeah, now I was gonna do that. I was waiting for you to get to where you was going with it, and then
I don't know. I'm confused with it.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out like what they trying to say is no more HBCU.
Well, this is not a good thing. Let me say this is not a good thing, and this is one step towards a bigger goal. So Supreme Court says that colleges and universities, they will no longer be able to take race into consideration as a specific basis for admission. So you know so what this means is that things are going to become even more segregated, and black and Spanish people are going to be boxed out of a lot of different things because they had these quotas. You got to have this, and these so-called higher education institutions, Yale, Harvard, those type of places are going to, before they had to have a certain amount of black and Spanish people there. Now they're gonna be like, oh, we ain't gonna have none. You know what I mean? And they're gonna say y'all just not qualified, is what they're gonna say. But this is not a good thing. And coming full circle, this goes back when people say, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you vote," or "This doesn't matter," that doesn't matter. All of this is happening because Trump got in office.
But do you see who voted?
Say again now?
The people who voted, because they said it was like 6-3.
Oh, as far as the Supreme Court?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
black people.
You know, Justice Roberts wrote the opinion, and because we have a conservative majority, that's the way it's going to go. Now, if just going back to 2016, if Hillary wins, this doesn't happen because the court would have had a different makeup. It wouldn't have been a conservative majority, and you wouldn't have had some of these things. And it's not the first thing. Of course, you had abortion. Then you have this. There are going to be other things. And when I tell people why it's important to vote, and they say, "Oh, it doesn't matter who the president is. We ain't got to vote." No, you do. And these are examples why. Like all of our life, there's been affirmative action. So we don't even know what it's like to not have that. And all of our life has been, people had the ability to have abortion, or the right to have abortion. And a lot of these things that are changing are going to have major impacts that years and years down the line.
See, they're going to have people going to the basement abortion clinic.
Yeah.
No, it's completely crazy because I'm just sitting back and thinking about it, like he said, the scholarships for, and I'm just going to be black or white or Mexican or nothing like that, but we're just going to use them because they're the majority of the races that everybody know. So what happens to the scholarships, like you said, Monica, for HBCUs, for like the Mexicans and the whites and the Jews and you know what I'm saying? And what happens for the white people schools? And I said that not disrespectfully because I don't know all of the white people schools.
The white people schools, I cannot.
I guess it would be Harvard and Yale and all of those places like that for like the blacks and the Mexicans and the Asians and the Hispanics. Like, what do that do to those scholarships? Where do that money go? Because in order to get to them prestigious schools, you have to be the minority to get that minority scholarship. So what happens with that money now? Because if race can't be a deciding factor or can't be mentioned, that means them scholarships go. Where do that money go?
Yeah.
Them scholarships gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. So what happens with that money? Where do that money go? You know what I mean? That's pushing out a lot of people from getting. If you just take all this off the board, right? You don't have technology scholars of Asian descent anymore. You don't have black doctors anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any opposite race that had to go to them prestigious schools to get ahead. You don't have that no more. Morgan don't have a doctor program, I don't believe, do they?
Oh, I don't know.
You said Morgan?
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
Right. So that means they would have to go to a Yale or a Harvard. How do they get there if they?
Yeah, no, it's really crazy. So you got a place like Harvard. So they saying that the admissions programs cannot be reconciled with guarantees for the equal protection clause. So that means, raise. This is coming to other things. It is not a good thing. It is not.
I don't know. You gotta let your education speak for you. I don't know.
It's not a good thing. It's not. I mean,
it's not because
once I heard it, I said, "Oh, this is horrible."
Yeah, people are not going to be able to get the education that they desire. Someone from Baltimore City that got a scholarship to go to Harvard, they in jeopardy now. Especially if they got a minority scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Or like.
I mean, if they already have the scholarship, it's already in place.
No, I'm saying the colors.
Use the race. They can't play the race card. I don't have to have 5 black people here this year. I can take all white if I want to. That's what they're not saying that you already have a scholarship. We're revoking the scholarship. They're not saying that, Tony.
Right. So Clarence Thomas, who is the second black person.
He's not black. Stop lying.
Be on the Supreme Court. He spoke out he had a whole lot to say about it. He was very much criticize affirmative action, even though he has benefited from affirmative action when he went to school. How he even got the job that he's in right now is because he was black and they was trying to, well, I mean, he has the skin tone of a black person, but that's about it.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, that's about it. So you
they
have
at least 2 black people on there, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so in all, of course, Clarence Thomas and the other Kavanaugh, Barrett, Gorsuch, Alito, Roberts, all those folks said, no more affirmative action, and then you just had the ladies, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Judge Jackson, all said, what's going on? Well, we need affirmative action, and Clarence Thomas and the other white people. Clarence Thomas, and I mean, I don't know. It's just it's crazy, and for people just to sit and think that this stuff does not matter and affect slowly they trying to do stuff slowly.
And you look at all of the major things that have went on, the votes that have been overturned that was already voted upon. You know what I mean? It's always 3 people. 3 ladies is always the 3 that goes against the males out there. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let's just say the nonsense.
That's what it is.
Let's not even use the fact that they men. It's just the nonsense. They act like they on their cycles. Like something is wrong. Something is really wrong.
You know what the most trendingest topic is after that went down?
No, we're waiting for you to tell us.
Yeah, tell us. We ain't know.
Oh, I thought y'all might have knew. How to remove Supreme Court justices from the bench. That became the most trending topic after they voted affirmative action.
Yeah, well, the best way they could have done that was by not having Trump or Republican
become president.
Any Republican in office. This is what you get.
I think this is just my personal belief. I think if we'd have had any other Republican besides Trump, this still wouldn't have happened. I think Trump specifically put that idiot in that space on that bench to push his agenda.
Well, it doesn't.
It don't matter to people to agree.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter from the standpoint of which Republican. They had a list. All of these judges that they had came from a list. Trump didn't pick it per se. The list was already, and they just like, get somebody off this list, and he just picked somebody off the list. You know what I mean? But this goes back to when Obama was president, and they blocked him from picking a judge. This goes back because if Obama's able to pick that judge, this could go another way. But Trump shouldn't have had 3 picks. And so it's crazy. It's
he put his people in place. I mean, it's life.
Well, we better hope it's a Democrat. We better hope it's a Democrat in place when the next pick come up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. And they making the justices younger, so it's gonna be even longer. Before a job opening comes up, but it shouldn't be in there for life. What job do you get for life?
I totally agree, but it's gonna have to take a president with balls of steel to change that.
Well, it's not only the president that can change it, but the thing is that if we saying that Joe Biden is too old, we saying that Trump's too old. They said Ronald Reagan was too old. These justices gonna be just as old, if not older than that.
Well, Clarence is already older than fucking. No, he's not. No. But he's close. He's 75. Biden's 80.
They old. It's time to wrap it up. Wrap this shit up, B.
It is, because at 75, how you even know if his fucking brain is still there?
I mean, how old is too old?
75 is too old to hold any job.
Depends on what job.
75 is too old.
I'm asking.
How old is too old for a quarterback? It depends.
Diamond K.
It depends.
Pump your brakes. I'm saying this, Tony. I'm not sure how old your father is, but Diamond K, our fathers are 70 plus, right?
Yes.
Mine's 76.
They still functioning.
They are.
All right then. So what were we talking about? Like
they still functioning, but I wouldn't want either one of our fathers to be president, because one thing about my father, yes, my father can run around the track and he can walk up hills and he can do all that push-ups and sit-ups and all that. But if you start coming at my father with a whole bunch of stress, he get frustrated. You know what I mean? He get his mood is quicker. Like the rubber band is stretched further. You know what I mean? When he, about 20 years ago, some of that stress, you know what I mean? Just like, hey, fuck it, just blow it up. I don't care. Just get it out my face. You know what I mean? Just like they just, you know, they ain't got a
my father couldn't be president because he called people niggas too much.
Your father definitely do that.
And Tony, here.
Yo,
your father drank too much, so we already.
Oh yeah, my father. Listen, I'm telling you, my father become president, it's a wrap because he just like your father, nigga, and he always drunk. And they say something to him, he be like, "Nigga, please give me a fucking beer. Get that bitch up out of here."
Yeah, my father, like, I ain't got time for these meetings. I'm going to do some push-ups. I don't care. Do whatever.
My father will make being drunk in public legal across the United States.
That is so petty.
That's the truth.
That's all right. Listen, my father would make sure everything was done. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all, everything would be fixed. Because my father can fix anything. And that's not just something I'm just saying. Everybody knows to call him for any and everything. Yeah. So listen, y'all. Checking my time. However, I do have some questions. Y'all ready for them?
Let's go.
Okay. I don't feel like I should do the direct questions. I should have never said it was questions for both of y'all. I feel like I should have just said we have questions. But the general questions. Have you ever taken back someone that cheated on you?
Yep.
Did you forgive him or you just took him back?
I forgave him.
You never threw it up in their face? No, that part is my question. Those other two was from somebody else.
At times.
So then you didn't forgive him?
No, I forgave him, but certain things was triggers. So I let them know that, hey, this is reminiscent of when you decided to go outside.
Diamondk.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to answer that?
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this report of rapper Logic selling his 185 song catalog.
Okay, we're not interested.
Yeah, that is.
Have you ever taken back someone that cheated?
Yes, I have forgiven somebody for cheating. Cheating is not a deal breaker.
The fuck?
So it depends on circumstances. You know what I mean? So I was in a relationship where as though I cheated. She found out. She,
got her lick back.
She moved past it, but she got her lick back, just like Cardi did, just like Remy did. And
you don't have proof Remy did.
But we got proof Cardi did. We got proof.
No, you didn't. You don't have proof that Cardi did.
I'm about to say that we don't got proof Cardi did.
We have allegations. We have allegations. I mean, we don't know that.
I mean, we got allegations.
We don't know that Offset did. We don't know that Offset cheated.
She fucked Lil Wayne. She fucked Drake. We got. They said that in the song.
Well, look, whatever. I mean, these are just human beings. But my point is this: it depends on your circumstance. And so, if you cheated on somebody and then they cheat back, right? I mean, you mad, but that wasn't a deal breaker for me at that point. Yeah, so it depends on the circumstances.
Well,
for me,
that's what's up. Let me answer this question. If I was cheated on any time before 2011, I didn't know. I wasn't aware. However, I have continued to deal with someone that cheated on me. Did I forgive him? No. But I continued to deal with that person. I probably should not have because I didn't forgive him. And I got my lick back and got my lick back and got my lick back. until I was over it. So it wasn't, oh, he cheated this time, I'm a cheat. And then I'm a cheat. And then it was more than once because I felt like that wasn't the first time. That's just the first time that person got caught.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people do that. I mean, because it's tricky with that is that when the trust is broken, then everything, like you said, you might as well just end it once the trust is broken. But yeah, so it definitely can create a difficult union.
I hate to use the word union if it ain't a marriage, but so there's another question. There's more questions, you guys. In your opinion, because nobody really knows, in your opinion or based on from you, why do men and women cheat? Either of you, feel free to answer.
I think collectively men and women cheat because it's a variation of things, like Diamond K said, circumstances and all that. So emotional attachments and detachments, just a feeling of feeling wanted. Some people do it just because they can. It's a variation of things. There's really no set reason on why people cheat. People just do it because they have their own personal reason as to why they're doing it. As for me, when I cheated, the time that I'm gonna call it cheating because I don't think I ever cheated intentionally on no one. But once I was getting my licks back, I was doing it for that reason. I was being vindictive. I was retaliating because I got tired of being walked over. You know what I mean? But I didn't openly cheat on no one first. I didn't go out and do it because I was cute or I had the power or anything like that. That never came across. But I had friends who cheated on their girlfriends and their wives just because they was thrilled by the chase or whatever they want to call it,
Because it was a sneaky thing?
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because, and I'm not going to tell on none of my friends currently that's married.
Please don't.
But
you not want to put your face
one of my married friends put me down with the sneaky link section on the radio. I never knew that even existed. And that person was like, oh yeah, I done got several off of there. And I'm like, what's the point of being married? Oh, my significant other, they don't know the wiser. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh, she know. Listen, when you're truly connected to somebody, your gut will give it away. Like that feeling you get in your gut, that's like, oh, I don't know how. Oh my gosh, you can't shake it. You know that man or woman is cheating. It's flat. You know, there's no way to get around it. Like you already know because that feeling, it'll have you messed up. So you're just saying they just do it because they can, or opportunity presents itself. Men don't have a reason like, oh well, it was just physical. She wasn't giving me sex, so I wanted to go out and get sex. What like that's what
it's all of that. It's all of that. It depends on that person. It's all of that. All of that plays a part in it.
Diamond K, you have a answer to this, an opinion to this?
Well, I agree with what he said. There's no like one answer, as to like this is the reason. I mean, everybody has their own reasons and their own causes for it, just like everybody has their own relationship and a different, ebbs and flows and ups and downs and then whatever. I mean, so different people do different things. But some people can also, there's nothing wrong. And it was opportunity and they just did it. And in their mind, there's no problems and they have no intention of being with the person. So it's a very it's a personalized thing. There's so many nuances and it's not no one set, way or reason rather as to why, in my opinion.
Okay. So I'll answer the same question. I'm not a man, so I can't say why men cheat. So I will not speak on that. But as a woman, a lot of the times, I've never been in a situation where, please, parents, don't be watching. But I've never been in a situation, like even with the person that I had to get my lick back multiple times to even feel at ease about him cheating. Intimacy was never the reason to cheat. And when I say get my lick back, it wasn't always intimacy. It wasn't sex. The phone calls, the morning text, the text throughout the day, the conversations. I feel like all of that is cheating, depending on what you're saying and how you're saying it. I feel like all of that is cheating. So sometimes, men forget the things that they have done to get you. So then you yearn for that, like you miss it. Like, where my good morning text at? I don't say good morning to me no more. We don't have our little date nights no more. Like, what is going on? So I can honestly say that has been one of my reasons for missing out on that, and then someone else being able to provide me with what I was missing. It's 5 questions. This is the 4th one. It says, why do men claim it was just sex, even though they've been back and forth with this person for a year or over a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be? So it's like, when you get caught, do you say it was just sex, or do you honestly believe it's just sex when you cheat?
With a lot of men, and this kind of a little personal for me, because I can speak on this portion personally. Mm-hmm. You can have sex, and you do have sex with no feelings attached. Men is great at having sex without attaching no feelings. Like, you can do it for months and years and not have a physical attachment. You just know in your mind, I'm just hitting just to hit.
You mean a mental attachment?
Say that again.
It's all physical. You mean a mental?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're not attaching emotions to it. You know what I'm saying? Or if they attach emotions to it, or emotions get developed, they bury them so deep that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Men can do that, but for the most part, if you keep going back, it's not just sex. Even though you have no feelings attached to it, you're going back for something. Something is feeding an urge or a need. So you can't say this is just sex. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds contradictory, but it's not, because, again, you can have sex without attachment, but if you keep going back, it's some form of an attachment there. You're not just doing it just because. So, you know what I'm saying? If you hit the day and then you don't go back for like a couple of months, and then you hit again in like 3 months, and then you don't go back for 7 months, then you get caught. You're like, oh yeah, I only cracked it 3 times in a year, but that's just sex. But if you consistently going back week in, week out, every other day, every other whatever, no, that's an attachment somewhere.
I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know. Because I honestly believe, like, I think we kind of had this conversation on here before, though. Because I feel like if my man, because like I said, I have taken back. So if you cheat on me and it was with this chick and it was a couple times, okay. But then if it's with somebody and y'all having sex once a week, 2-3 times, I don't care if it's 2-3 times a month. It's 12 months in a year. That's a lot. That is a lot. I have a problem with that. It's more than just sex. It just is. If you all these text messages, y'all on the phone, y'all doing this, y'all doing that.
That's more than sex.
I have a problem with that. If you just having sex with somebody, you gonna hit them up, boom, y'all gonna link up, do the thing, and go away about your business. and it's not still a constant thing. Y'all talking every day, this, that, and the other. You still attached. If you hit one time and go about your business, and maybe 7, 8 months down the road again, if you double back at any time, it's more than sex. You spent the block. If it was just a one night stand, okay. But if you're gonna keep spinning the block, I'm not okay with that. I'm not. So I don't know, like I know before that's what I did when I say I got my lick back and got my lick back and got my lick. Now, I don't think I would do that. I'm just gonna walk away from it all. Period. Diamond K, you over there?
Yep. I'm here.
Okay, so once a man get caught and he say it's just sex, when is it just sex? If you hit once that year, once a month?
Well,
it's just
sex. I agree with Tony on this because, as a man, we are, I think, and I think women can do this as well, but I think with men, we are definitely more predisposed to be able to have physical sex with somebody and it not mean nothing. And like, and to your point, it's not, it doesn't matter how many times we do it. Like you get, like, people could date I don't know, their sneaky link and they don't feel nothing for it. And he do it, he was bored. He did it, this, whatever, just whatever. And it's
that's like BS. Come on now.
I'm saying, no, men can do that. So it's just like, for instance, it's like they go to the strip club or if they had a bachelor party or if something happens, they don't care about her. And it's just like, because as women have their own variation of this, but with men, we can look at a girl and be like, I never would be with her. Never. She's not somebody I would let meet my mother, my kids, nothing. I don't have any kids, but if I had kids, that's what I meant. Right. And so we can do that. And so it's not, it don't matter how many times we with her. If we say in our mind, we don't feel nothing. Now you can also say, but it can also flip, because you can also say, I don't feel nothing. I'm not doing nothing. And you can find yourself getting caught up too, because it can work both ways. You say it don't mean nothing, but you can find yourself with feelings attached. So it's tricky. What I mean?
That's the problem. Men, I feel like men say that you say it enough so that you can believe it.
Because we got to convince ourselves first.
There is no way. I don't care what nobody. There is no way. I don't know what the story is really with Scrap and Diamond.
Diamond from Crime Mob.
But you're not gonna keep well, we know not you, sir.
Yeah, of course.
You're not gonna keep spinning the block if it was nothing there. Whatever they had.
They had something there. You know what I mean? This is
exactly.
This is somebody you know.
If it's done, then it's done. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, because everything is timing, right? And when they were dating initially, both of them was younger, it was more wild, and they needed to experience some things. He had a couple kids, a couple relationships. She's had a couple relationships. And then you can also double back and say, okay, I messed with this person 20 years ago. And then they can reconnect at a point where they both available. And it's like the things that made them not work 20 years ago, they more mature now. So you can easily fall back into it. And they ain't have nothing. They both live in Atlanta. They both in music. They both come across the same. They both on the same kind of tours. Like their paths keep crossing. I'm seeing you for a reason. This must mean something. And they may take the signs that they got the same promoters, and that means
they misconstrue things and mess things up. And it don't mean that it's meant to be.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't. But everything is what you convince yourself of. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like as I look around at people that I know, some people I don't know both parties in the relationship, but I look at some situations as somebody's being used. Some situations, I'm looking at it like
somebody's being used.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's being used.
No, I don't know if it's everybody.
No. Everybody is being used. If you cannot be used, then you are useless. Now, people don't like to use that word because that can be seen as a negative word, but used doesn't have to be a negative thing. So it's just like if you dating somebody and they bring you calmness and they teach you something, you're using them. No, you can, that word can define what it is. It's just another word for saying it. You can say you're using somebody for sex. That could be bad, but somebody could be teaching you information, teaching you a new language. You're using them for that. And then in exchange for that, you cook for them and then they using you for that. I mean, so people get hung up in the word use and think that that's a negative thing. But if we both,
it is a negative. From my point,
if we both getting something from it, if I'm giving you something and you're giving me something, technically we're using each other, but it's mutual. So
you're in a business.
No, it's mutual.
You're in a business.
It's mutually being used.
You're in a business.
Huh?
You're in business with someone.
Okay, but what if it's
a relationship?
What if it's a relationship?
Hold on, a relationship, any relationship, friendship, give and take.
Right, but you're using each other, so it's beneficial.
You can't change my thought on what I was speaking on, and you
go ahead.
Interrupted to say your version of whatever it is that you're trying to say. And what I'm saying is there are people using people. And when I say that, some people are out here just homeless as the fuck they want to be. But you with this woman or you with this man because he has a house you can go stay in. You're using that man or woman for a place to stay.
Now, what if that person without a home is watching the kids or paying a bill, or
as you should, because you're broke.
He or she is doing something to contribute to the household. And yes, they don't have a place to stay, but they're bringing something to the table. Maybe they got a car. Let's say they got a car, and let's say that they got a car, and the person who they live with used their car to get to work. Then this is a mutually beneficial situation. It's only that you're not getting nothing from.
You can't pay rent, so I'm gonna use your car to go to work to make the money to pay the rent. That's a business. That's a business deal. That is a business deal.
All right. I mean, I look at it like if I'm giving you something and you're giving me something different, obviously because I don't have whatever it is that you're giving me, then we're using each other, but it's mutually beneficial. But if I'm giving you something and you're not giving me anything, then you're using me.
I'm never gonna look at my relationship the way you stating that shit.
No, I'm saying this is friendship. I'm saying this is friendship. This not. They don't even have to be romantic relationships. This could just be
no friend can live with me.
Huh?
No friend can. That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, say if you're starting a business and the one girl got, I don't know, the place, she got a building, and you got the equipment that you need, and y'all put it together, you're using each other because she didn't have the equipment and you ain't had no building. If you was doing hair out your house and she got a place where you can do hair at, y'all both using each other.
You're just trying to fix that word, and that's not it. That's not it. That you're building a business together. I don't see that as using. I don't. If you got the building and I got all the props, the decorations, and this, that, and the other, we're building a business. We're working together. We have a partnership.
All right. Now, what if the third person wants to come in and be partners? They don't have no building, they don't have no equipment or no know-how, but they're your friend, and they just say they just want to be down.
Ain't no being down. You gotta invest something. You invest the money.
They don't have money.
Well, then you have no partnership. You have no peace.
And if y'all let them be a partner, they would be doing what?
You have no piece in the pie.
I'm saying they would be. That's an example of somebody. That's an example of being used because they're not bringing nothing to the table. You know, I was just say you got to bring something to the table, right? If you both bringing something to the table, you just, in my opinion, you're using each other. But it's not negative. You both getting something out of it. You both bringing something.
That's a partnership. That's a partnership.
But I'm saying everything is
and we were not talking. We were not the whole segment. This part of the segment was about relationship.
But even if it's a relationship,
hold on, light skin. Cheating. It was about relationship. About the man, about the woman. So when we speak of use, I'm speaking of TLC, I don't want no scrub. That's where I'm at.
Don't you mean Sporty Thieves pigeons?
I don't want no scrub.
Pigeons.
I don't care what you got to say about it. But
man,
I be saying these girls.
I want the chicken head, though.
I want chicken head. Project.
You ain't dropping me off and take my car and go nowhere, sir. You better get your ass a job. It's
Look,
no way
Tyrese had a job. Tyrese had a job, but he did use her car.
Yeah, well, you don't need to drop me off and you get a Lyft or get an Uber.
It wasn't no Lyft when you had baby boy.
You will not be driving my vehicle around all
That always been a deal breaker with me, though.
Tyrese?
No, people that want to you in a relationship, but you ain't got a car.
A car. So a woman has to have a car to be in a relationship with you.
You got to have a car or a house. You can't have neither.
I was in a relationship with somebody, and I'm glad because my daughter just came down here because we was talking about this. I was in a relationship with somebody who did not have a car at all.
Do you have a license?
And, the license didn't matter if I always had to drive. That was the problem. Okay. So when she talked about her situation, she's like, I don't want to go get him. I'm tired of going to get him. And I'm like, sweetheart, listen. I'm being the mother. Sweetheart, listen. Everybody is not going to be in the same situation you were in. You're blessed to have a vehicle at 18. Well, she was 17 then.
And that is like super
cool. That is a blessing.
Definitely.
To have, a car at that age. But don't for 1 second think that I don't understand. Because I definitely understand. Because I even have a homegirl that got mad with me because I didn't want to pick her up from way past where I live at to go around the corner from where I live at. What kind of sense does that make? You want me to drive 20 minutes to pick you up, come back up here around the corner from where I live, and then take you home and then come? That's too much. When I could just come right around the corner 2-3 minutes and I'm home. So I get it. But no nigga, excuse me, see, I got that from my father, I'm sorry. No man will drop me off at work and leave with Raven. It ain't happening. I'm keeping my vehicle. Son, you want me to send you a lift?
I'm not even doing that.
Huh?
I'm not even doing that.
Listen, if I got a lift account and you're going to send me the money, it's on and popping. But you're not taking my car. Well,
I just feel like if you put yourself in a place to be in a relationship, then your transportation should be handled by yourself.
Now, I don't know about all that. Now,
that's just me. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't drive both vehicles. Let's think about this now. Let's think about this.
Say what?
Even if she drives or he, come meet me. If you don't drive, get a Lyft or Uber to me and I'll drop you off. It's going to be one way or the other. But if you live a far distance from me, I'm not okay with picking you up, dropping you up. I'm not okay with that. I'm just not. But if we meet up or we meet at the place, because I know dudes, shoot, I know some females that will catch the bus to where they got to go. Or Lyft, or but they get there. I'm just not okay with the guys that want to use your vehicle. All right, baby, let me drop you off at work. I'm gonna go see my mans while you have. No, we not.
No, ain't happening. Ain't happening.
No, ma'am, no ham. It's not happening.
I had a young lady got mad at me because I wouldn't let her use one of my cars. She's gonna say, "Well, you got 4 of them." I said, "Yeah, for me." She said, "But you can't drive them all at one time." I said, "But whenever I want to drive, whichever one I want to drive, I want to be able to come get it and go drive it. I can't drive it if you're out riding around in it." She didn't get that.
Was she your girlfriend, or she was just?
She was a girlfriend.
So she didn't have a car and she just needed one.
Yeah.
She just wanted the joyride.
No, she didn't need it. She just wanted it because it was sitting in the yard.
So you
because I had 4 of them.
So you didn't really mess with her like that. Is that what you're saying?
I messed with her like that. I labeled her my girlfriend, but I didn't mess with her on the fact that she was going to be driving around in my car. No. And I had and people. people gonna always
Easy,
criticize
easy.
me.
Y'all have protected sex, right?
No.
You trust her with your life, but you don't trust her with your car. That's fine. It is. You can get AIDS from HIV from unprotected sex. You can get an STD you can't get rid of from unprotected sex, but you can't trust her with a vehicle. Okay.
Yeah. That's just how it is. I worked hard for them
Now,
cars.
okay, you agree with that? He
No.
can't trust her with the car, but he can trust her with his life.
I don't agree with that. But you know, a lot of people are very particular about their cars. You know what I mean?
Well, why are you not particular about your life?
I'm saying, we talking about.
I am particular about my life, but
if I had 4 cars and I really mess with somebody like that, yeah, I got 4 cars. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
No.
In your instance, what Monica was saying is that person didn't have a car. Like when she got 4 cars, if she really banged with the dude like that, she probably let him drive one of the cars. But it's just like you got 4 cars, you got a car like I got all my keys. You can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Just that's crazy.
But listen, right? I had rented a vehicle, and I left the vehicle that I was driving for this guy to drive. Now I was a little upset that he let it get a ticket for it being parked where it shouldn't have been. But I mean, you know, I'm like, oh well, I have a rental because I'm doing this, that, and the other. So you can go ahead and, you know, you can drive this for the weekend. Because I'm that thoughtful, you know, I'm that nice. You know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't got it in me.
Tony, you shouldn't be like that.
Bullshit.
You wouldn't let Jess hold your car?
Jess can drive my Suburban anytime she wants.
Oh, just that one.
The pickup truck too. She actually took my pickup.
I think Jess can drive any car. I think if she had her motorcycle license, you would let her drive that too. Yeah, I think you in love.
That's the mother of my child. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh well, can Peachy drive it? Exactly. You're in love. Diamond K, you won't claim it. Tell him claim it. Diamond K, you in love?
Nah.
Yeah, he in love. He in love and he won't never admit it.
Love with a stripper.
Well, I'm not gonna go there. So I was about to open up a can of worms, but I'm gonna just
don't do it.
Sit back in my seat.
Look, he can't even dance. What is that, Diamond K?
No, I'm not a dancer. You're right.
You know what I need you to say before
I need to dance into the professionals.
You know what I need you to say before we close out the show? Tony, what did he say last week that had us dying?
Oh shit. What? And I repeated it this week too.
No. He calls somebody a what? M-F-er.
I can't even remember how he said it. I repeated it this week though.
How he said it, he was like, it don't even sound right. He said it.
You motherfucking bitch. I repeated it this week too.
I'm glad that y'all find humor in my profanity.
Why not? Y'all find humor in my way that I talk?
Tony, you know you be making up words. You do know that, right? Or you use the word.
Well, he made up a phrase last week. You motherfucking bitch.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Diamond K, you still didn't say it. Tony
he cussed like the white people.
Oh, that's what it was.
Well, that's affirmative action. We gotta have at least one.
Yeah, but that's how cussing gonna be without affirmative action.
What? I don't understand. Because y'all want to be saying motherfucking. That's what y'all want me to say, motherfucking bitch. Y'all want me to say, no.
Who you got my daughter laughing too?
I say motherfucking bitch.
Yo, he remind me of that little white girl on that show where she was like, when she was at the challenge show. What's that show is?
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah. I know the song. What's that movie?
What is that movie?
I ain't fucking with you. That's
Yo, he sounded just like her.
What was that movie? Fight something. It was in Fight Something.
Yo, her father was shocked at first that he just fell right in line with it.
Right, he was like, he did like he be dancing. He was like,
that is not how I dance.
It is how you dance. So you can't
not
dance.
Like that. What you just
when
did.
I met you didn't dance, sir.
Huh?
You still can't dance. Nothing changed.
No, the lie has changed. I can dance. I just choose not to.
I got a video of you dancing that says otherwise.
Let me see that video.
I was on beat.
You was not on beat. Fist fight.
Who?
The movie was Fist Fight.
Oh yeah, Fist Fight. It was. Yeah.
I saw that.
Look at that, y'all. I got. Look, my daughter texted me. They be helping me out. Look at that. Lord have mercy. We talk too much. So wait a minute, y'all. We gotta go. I mean, I know y'all still traveling. I'm a little concerned about going. I don't know. I'm scared. Well, I'm not scared, but it state of emergency. Listen, it alarms me to see as many videos about people being robbed of their money by the police in Mexico and the stuff going on, like people going into people's rooms and taking their stuff and the DR, and it's just so much. It kind of like makes me not want to go on any type of vacation. But at the same time, my question is, why the fuck y'all leaving the resorts? Like, why don't y'all just stay on a resort and then you'll be safe? Like, somebody had a rental car and like, what are we doing?
Well, let me say this. When I went to Mexico last year, we rented a car and we was everywhere. And we had no issues.
You said that on the other show. Yep, he great.
Hey, man, listen, I was all through Mexico. The only one time the police, they had like police that stand in the street. So when you come in and out of this one city, they inspect the cars. So when I come up, the police, he looked at me and I gave him my driver's license with the passport and a paper for the rental car. And he says, "Where you from?" And I say, America. He said, "I know that much." He said, "I'm saying, where you from in America?" I like, "Oh, Baltimore, Maryland." He was like, "Yeah, I've been to Baltimore before." He said, "Where you coming from here?" I said, "Down in the city, down there, just checking things out." And the other guy came up to me. He said, "Pop the trunk." I popped the trunk and he come back and he said, "You free to go." And he says, "Don't come back." I said, "Why?" He said, "Do you know where you at?" I said, "I'm in Mexico." He said, "No, do you know where you at in Mexico?" I said, "No." He said, "This is a cartel control city." I said, "Oh shit, I ain't know." I said, "I was just peeping out the thing." The guy gave my license back and said, "Yeah, you Americans are not very smart." Gave me my shit and told me drive off. That was the only issue I had down there. That's not really an issue.
Yeah, he gave you fair warning.
Yeah. And guess what? I ain't go back though. But you know what I'm saying? When I was there, I was in the bar and everything, drinking, having fun. It was cool. I wasn't looking for no trouble. And that's the one thing when you go out of these countries, not all of them, but for the most part, you stay within those tourist areas. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be good. When you start going out, doing like going into the hood and peeking your nose into other people's business, that's when you asking for trouble. And especially if you're carrying a lot of money. Don't carry no money. Carry credit, Visa, MasterCard. It's accepted everywhere.
Diamond Cat. He said he talked about the way that he told. Did he not say earlier?
I did hear that.
Why am I echoing? He said earlier.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. And he don't want us to say anything about the way he talked.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes,
I ain't fucking with you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I got songs for days. We can go back and forth. But we won't, y'all. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you're still tuned in, because we've been running our mouth. If you have a question, I didn't even ask the other questions. But if you have a question, just email it straight to me or DM. But you can email it to swapradioshow@gmail.com. You can also send it to a DM, Swap Radio on Facebook or Instagram. Wait a minute, Twitter, not on TikTok, because I won't get that question. But you can also DM me, private message me, however you guys like to say it. Excuse me, Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram and TikTok. Tony, come on and get that.
You can DM me.
DM you for what?
I don't know. I just wanted to say it. You can find me as Tony Berg on all social media platforms.
Y'all know who the other guy is.
Professor K.
At the Diamond K Show.
Look at him. He's great. Do the radio voice. You heard him?
Yeah.
You already know.
Listen to him. Lord. Somebody help this guy. My God. All right, y'all. So, what are we doing next week? What's next week?
July 4th.
Are y'all celebrating that? I know y'all celebrated Juneteenth. You only get to choose one. Which one you celebrate?
I'm celebrating whichever one got the cookout food.
My God. Oh, Diamond K, you celebrating 4th of July?
As you know, I love cookout food. So if anybody's having a cookout,
I didn't know you like cookout food. I thought you was on this healthy thing. Try to maintain that.
Yeah, but still can eat burgers. Yeah, I like a burger every now and then. Yeah.
You say you can eat what? Anyway, so
hamburger.
Fireworks. Hamburger. Y'all remember that comedian?
Yeah, hamburger.
No, I don't think I'm participating in the fireworks this year.
I'm gonna get something for my granddaughter, but I need to find somebody to be lighting them. Because it's not gonna be me. Yeah, so I have to see what's going on. I don't know if we're celebrating on Saturday or what, because I believe the holiday is reserved.
It's on a Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Right. So I know nobody's gonna be cooking out on that actual day.
Oh, so you mean they're gonna celebrate on Monday?
I think they're gonna do it over the weekend.
Oh.
I mean, I work, so it don't even matter. Like, I'm gonna be at work.
Yeah, I don't work Tuesday, but if someone's having a cookout Tuesday, you shoot that information to my DM and I will pull up.
Go ahead and get your ass poisoned. Go ahead.
You know what? Now that you said that, no, I won't.
He gonna be with Jess, y'all. He not gonna be able to come to your cookout. Okay? I just want y'all to be clear. Okay? Tony?
I'm not gonna be with her.
Watch. But I think I'm doing something, y'all. I don't know what. But I can't invite y'all to my house. I don't think my dog is gonna like that.
No, he's not.
He hasn't barked not one time.
Yet.
All right, y'all. It was nice talking to you guys. Feel like I was like y'all was ganging up on me with the guys things, but I'm trying to find a permanent female in this biatch, but
this motherfucking bitch.
I did not say it like that.
Yeah, that's you.
How you say it?
And this motherfucking bitch.
I mean, I gotta be turned up a little bit to do it. I can't just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just
Wait a minute. Listen.
What was I talking?
What happened?
What was I talking about? Why did I say
We
it?
was talking about the damn store that I was getting ready to tell y'all. They was over there protesting in front of the store.
Oh, that's right. That liquor store.
Yes. They was over there.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we great boycotting this motherfucking bitch. Yeah. How you say it? That's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. How do you say it if you don't say it like that?
Oh my God.
This guy.
That's how you. How do you say it? How else do you say it?
You don't. You just. You gonna boycott this bitch. You ain't had to. You ain't had to add the motherfucker.
What if you really want to put some sauce on it?
Yeah, but that's how. Excuse me, but that's how the white people be doing it.
No.
Tony, no, there was a lot of white people.
I mean, I have some in my family, but no, I talk.
I mean, we all do, but I'm just saying.
They amplifies the cussing to the point where sometimes it don't even be making sense.
Right.
You goddamn motherfucking nigger. Hey, what you had to say all that for?
I ain't never. No, that's no.
Oh.
I'm saying it's added for no reason.
Yeah.
Like you can say,
you know
what? We don't go together, mother bitch.
Huh?
Mother bitch.
Well, as long as I've known him, he does not sound right cussing.
He don't.
That's why I don't do it too often because
Is he from Bernice Street?
My father used to live on Bernice Street. He might know him.
He lived on North or South.
The one that's on the curve.
What you mean on the curve?
You know, Bernice Street is off of Baltimore Street.
Oh yeah, we know, and he definitely knows.
Before you get to Bernice, is one street to the left. If you coming up from downtown, to the left that curves around from Baltimore and take you to Hilton.
I can't think of the name of that street. I know
it takes you to Hilton. If you coming from Baltimore Street
when
down,
you pass left.
Is Mount Olivet.
Yeah, you make that left off of.
Dale.
You make that left, and then it curves you around.
Oh, but that's off of Hilton.
That's
off of Hilton.
Yeah, you come up beside the tire shop.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's that used to be the pizza crust factory. Yeah, that's Lois Lane. No, it's Lois Lane. Yeah, but okay, so
he lived on Bernice. He lived on that corner house on Bernice.
On South Bernice.
So yeah, that would be south. Yeah,
that's south. I live north. You say he lived on the corner house on which side of the
one block? Because Bernice Street is not that long.
On which side of the street? He lived on the even or the odd side?
It was the odd side.
Okay.
On the corner house.
Yeah, he ain't come outside a lot. He didn't hang out in the rap.
No, he hung out in the bars.
Yeah, I didn't go in there too much.
He's old enough to be your father.
Oh yeah, so I don't even know.
Yeah, he's 76.
Oh wait, you.
Are you so stupid? Diamond K needs some medicine. Playing with Tony, he needs some milk.
Motherfucking milk.
I don't like no motherfucking milk.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
I mean, not without, not like raw milk. I need like a brownie or a cookie or something.
Raw milk?
You can't just have raw milk. Raw milk is nasty.
Motherfucking raw milk.
Raw milk is for babies.
What is raw milk?
Y'all know what raw milk is? Raw milk is milk by itself.
Just say milk by itself.
Then say milk.
Raw milk. Like
just say milk.
If you don't have cereal in it, or
that's not raw milk
or cake, then it's raw milk. Just milk.
So if you eat chicken without macaroni and cheese and potatoes, is that raw chicken?
No, it's not the same thing. It's a liquid. It's not the same thing.
Liquid cannot be raw.
No, I'm saying this is like having gravy with no mashed potatoes. You just drinking gravy.
So it's raw gravy. So it's raw gravy.
Yep.
Raw milk.
So if you eat chicken without sides, it's raw chicken.
No, it's a liquid.
Listen, raw milk is milk that has not been pasteurized.
What that? See, you pasteurize it with the cookies and the brownies.
No.
Or the cereal?
That's not what it's say on Google.
Right. I mean, you know,
I had to check it out.
This might be something that's exclusive to, you know, Bernice Avenue.
What does raw milk mean? It's milk that has not been pasteurized to kill harmful bacteria.
It's nasty.
You really want raw milk?
Look, my uncle's wife, well, they got married. So my aunt went over her house when I was like 15.
It was the same thing when you said
she made me a sandwich. It was like a ham and cheese sandwich. It was a very good sandwich. I'm like, I'm thirsty. Do you have something to drink? She's like, gives me a glass of milk, like an 8-ounce glass of milk to go with the sandwich. I couldn't do it. So she had poured it in the cup. And then she goes to tell my father I wasted her milk, but I didn't ask for no milk. Right? And then, of course, she's like, you poured it in the cup. So she tried to make me sit there until I drank the milk. I said, I can't drink this raw milk. I need some sweets. So she did have some cookies, and I drank the milk eventually. But, yeah.
No. I'd have stopped when she was pouring it. I don't drink raw milk.
Right. I had my back turned. I was fucking the sandwich up.
Y'all in this raw milk.
No, that was sarcasm. It went over top of his head.
This sandwich is motherfucking good.
So it's this motherfucking raw milk.
Because he drank raw milk. The raw milk that has bacteria and harmful germs in it.
Yeah, it was the first time I had Pepper Jack cheese too.
Well, okay.
We didn't have Pepper
I'm
Jack.
going upstairs and finish and take my pictures.
We didn't have Pepper Jack cheese in my house. Not growing up.
I'm sorry to hear that. Y'all, we're gonna talk crab cakes next week. I'm gonna tell y'all who has the best crab cake. And I'm gonna get some color on my leg. I showed y'all part of the process. Right? So now I gotta show y'all the rest. It'll be done next week. All right, y'all. It was nice chopping it up. We've been going too long. I didn't miss the shows. I just want everybody to remember to walk by faith and not by sight. Until next week. Peace.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.